welcome to the club, Utah Hockey Podcast. We're excited to share this with all of you. I am Cooper,
And I'm Tim.
and we have a show today. We're going to discuss the preseason for the team and just introduce the team themselves and who the players are and who there is to be excited about.
Yeah, just talk about the finally Utah having an NHL team.
Oh,
It's been a
yeah.
long time coming, but yeah, we're excited. Even
Yeah.
though I don't live there anymore, I'm excited to watch them, see how they do, and talk about it here.
Right. Yeah, and Tim, you're born and raised in Utah, correct?
I am, yeah. But
I
now
am. I am
I'm
too. So
nice. Okay. Yeah, a couple of Utah boys. But yeah, I no longer live there. I'm in Nashville, which is why I have the Predators flag. I do have another one coming for Utah, so don't get me wrong. I am a Utah fan, but didn't that flag didn't come in time, so we're starting just with the Predators flag behind me, and
I
maybe I'll
know
get
I'm
some more merch like you. I see you got a hat too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to upgrade my flag. I have a tiny banner below my Ducks flag, so I'm gonna have to upgrade the flag. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I thought about getting one of the flags, and I was like, I don't know, that seems a little much.
no, yeah, I have the hat, so yeah, I have something. But yeah,
Cool. All right. Well, let's. You're kind of
yeah,
you know more about the team than me. I'm kind of coming at this blind still. I watched a
right,
lot of
yeah,
the recap games, like the condensed games, the NHL
mhm.
puts out for what they gave. I think I was able to watch um, 3 or 4 of the. What did they have? Like 7 games this first two
Yeah,
weeks,
seven, yeah,
which is
hmm
a lot. When I realized that, I'm like, wow, we have a lot to cover this time. So
it
yeah,
is, yeah,
maybe we can do some intros. Do you want me to pull up the team on NHL.com and we can go over kind of the roster and stuff as we do it, or
yeah. And I got it over here too on my end too on my phone. So yeah,
cool? Let me pop over to that really quick, and we'll
yeah. So
go. Let's go over here
let's go through the
to.
roster here. Let's discuss the
Uh,
players. And for those, listening, some people might be hockey fans already. Some people might be just new to hockey altogether, or they're just new to Utah. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the team here and who we got. Who's exciting. Who are the stars? Who are we gonna see play every night?
yeah, let's talk about like the starting line and stuff. Um,
Yeah. So
do, cause
okay. So we got
I think I
yeah.
only paid attention to the main goalie they had. He was playing most of the games. I think I saw a couple of them, the backups playing,
Was it
but
uh,
it seems
was it
most.
Connor Ingram?
Yeah, it was mostly Connor Ingram I saw. He did really
hmm
good.
Yeah, yeah. Connor Ingram. Let's actually talk about Ingram first. So Ingram, he's going to be the guy, night in, night out, and then Karel Vejmelka will be the backup. But as fans, we can expect to see Ingram play like 50 games probably of the 82. Um, he actually had a really good preseason. Uh, he played 3 games, and in each game he had over 90% save percentage. Very
Wow.
good. For
Yeah,
those
that's
who
high.
don't know the game, over 90% is great. He averaged a 93% save percentage over the 3 games he played, so that's great. And a goals against average of 1.67, which is very low. If you're under like 2, you're kicking butt. So
There we go. I actually
he's
just clicked
awesome.
into him and you could see the stats here for him. That's great.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't know how the stat keeping is with the preseason as far as the website, but yeah, I don't know what they have on there. Let's see.
Oh yeah, looks pretty good. Here, maybe I can
Yeah,
actually share with you as well, and then you can
yeah,
watch along with me so you can see what I have here on my screen.
yeah. Let's see, and let's go into the defenseman. We'll go from the goaltender out, and we'll just do it that way. Let's see.
Oh, we
Let me.
hold on, give me a second here. I just realized that bumped your camera a little bit. Give me one sec here,
All right.
guys.
First episode, everybody. This is our preseason. We're getting ready here.
Yeah, this is me learning how to be a streamer and try to do this live so I don't have to do everything in post.
Yeah,
Cause,
bear with us, fans. Let's see.
Cause video editing's hard. So I don't want to do that.
Video editing's hard, and that's why Tim does it.
Yeah, it's not my favorite thing, but we'll figure it out. You know, we'll get there.
Well, he's good at. He's good at it. Tim's our all-star. That's all right. Okay, let's see.
I try. I try.
Hey Tim, do you want to go back to the page of the roster? We'll look at the defensemen.
Yeah, give me one sec to make sure your camera's all good here. All right, we did it. Okay. There we go. All right, let's go back a page. And here's the
Let's go
roster.
back. Let's scroll down. Yeah, let's go look at the defensemen. Yeah, so we'll go from the goalies out. We talked about Ingram, talked a little bit about Vamelka. Those will be our two guys.
Yeah.
And then
Let's
our
look real quick
defensemen.
at Vamelka's
Yeah, let's look at Vamelka.
stats
Yeah.
real quick here. Pretty good save percentage too,
Decent
just under
stats.
90.
Yeah.
And we can see last
Decent
5
stats, yeah.
games. Oh, this was forever ago. These were
Yeah,
from.
this was the last season. I don't think they have the preseason stuff on there.
Oh yeah, looks like it.
I did my own stat keeping. I sat down and put together the stats for the preseason last night. So
All right, yeah, these are all from
yeah,
Coyotes. So I'm actually curious now. Is Ingram also, was he a Coyotes goaltender?
yeah, they were both Coyotes last year. Oh, and another thing for those who are new to the team, maybe don't know, the Arizona Coyotes were a franchise, and then they were purchased by owner Ryan Smith, and now they are the Utah Hockey Club. So just for anybody who doesn't know that detail,
Yeah,
um,
do you happen to know how many of the
yeah,
players from the Coyotes came over? Was it literally just the whole team just got bought and moved over, or did they
a lot of
actually?
them, yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so there were some
Yeah,
contract
most
periods
of
and stuff.
most of the team was already Coyotes, where they were came from the Coyotes. They still had contracts and everything. Yeah,
Cool. And I don't know if you caught this on
um,
my screen, but looks like Connor Ingram used to play for the Predators.
he did. Yeah, there you go. There's your
So
Nashville connection, Tim.
cool. We'll see if he does better than the current Predators goalie. I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head.
Oh, he's pretty good. UC Saros, he's a good goalie.
Saros, yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, he did really good last
Yeah,
season. Yeah.
yeah. Cool. Let's see. Let's talk about Juuso Välimäki, talking about someone that came over from the Coyotes, um, the Finnish defenseman. He'll be he'll just be a solid guy. He'll be playing most nights. He might be rotated in and out depending on different things, playing hurt or just from night to night on performance. But yeah, he's a solid guy. He'll be in the night. Um, he'll be in the lineup regularly.
So,
Let's look at.
so I'm kind of new to the stats here. I assume P is just points.
Yeah,
What is
P's
plus minus?
points. Plus minus is just if you're on the ice for a goal that
Or
your team scores,
okay,
you're a plus. If you're on the ice for a goal that the other team scores on your team, then you're a minus.
gotcha.
Yeah,
I
so
remember that.
plus
Yep.
12 is pretty good. Yeah, plus 12 is pretty good. That means that he was out there for more goals of his own team than he was for goals against him. So that's good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is that a good stat that they go off of based on like who should be starting,
Um,
or is that just kind of for
I mean,
fun?
yes and no. Yeah, yeah. If anything, it's more for like just fans to look at, maybe. I don't know, just to kind of know who who's better at defense and
Who's doing well that
who's
season?
better at
Yeah, that makes
offense, and
sense.
yeah.
Top back over
But
to the.
I mean, from the yeah, then we got
Also,
let's see, we got Mikhail Sergachev. He was a trade. He came over in a trade from the Tampa Bay Lightning. We traded for him. A
right,
couple
his
of
name
guys
does
in our
sound
system.
familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Scroll down, see if we can see that trade. Go to like the bottom of his page. It might say,
I guess he was part of the Stanley Cup. Let's see.
yeah, he did win the Stanley Cup with the Tampa Bay Lightning, so he knows how to win. He's won a cup a couple times.
Let's see.
Oh yeah,
He was traded to the
at the
Utah
bottom
Hockey
there.
Club on June 29th, 2024 for defenseman J.J. Moser and forward Connor Geekie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So we traded a couple players and a couple picks for him, which is it's kind of a hefty price for one guy. So I
Uh,
think he's going to deliver. I think he's going to be a star defenseman for our team. So he'll probably play the most minutes.
cool. His name does sound familiar.
Let's see. John Marino. We also got him in a trade. He came from the New Jersey Devils, I believe.
Let's go take a look. Yep. Previous Penguins player as well, a couple years back.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's a solid guy. He's a veteran. He'll be hurt to start the season. That's what I've seen. But once he's playing, he'll be one of the better players out there as well. A good veteran because there's a lot of young guys on this team, so it'll be good to have the vets.
139 regular season games before he was traded to Utah Hockey Club. Also in June. Seems like everything kind of happened back in June. That's what it
Hmm.
sounds like.
Yeah, right in the summer, June, July is when a lot of stuff happens. A lot of trades and signings and stuff like that.
Get everybody ready for the next season. When does it? When
Hmm.
does it officially start?
The season starts October 8th is when teams start playing.
October
Yeah,
8th.
which is also the home
What?
opener for the Utah Hockey Club. They're going to start their season October 8th at the Delta Center. It's
Yeah.
exciting. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually fortunate enough. I was able to get a hold of a ticket through a friend, so I'm going to be there in that crowd. I'm excited. I'll have to be the correspondent. I'll try to get some content for the show.
Yeah, you'll have to do a play-by-play on what's happened or something.
Yeah, I know they're
Post some
doing a lot of
pictures to
extra events
Instagram
out there.
or
Yeah.
something.
Hmm.
Are
Yeah,
they planning any
touch
meet
that
and greets or
page.
anything on some of the first season games?
Um, I don't know, not the first game, but maybe some other ones. I'm not sure. But I know there's a lot of stuff going on at the home opener. They're gonna have like a pregame concert. They're gonna the ESPN. There's gonna be an ESPN hockey crew there, so ESPN's gonna be here in Salt Lake, like covering the game.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
you'll definitely have to hit up Joe and take you guys go to the games and stuff.
Yep. Joe, friend of the pod.
Yeah.
See.
Oh,
Let's talk about Michael Kesselring. Actually, no, let's not skip yeah, sorry. We won't
Vladislav.
skip the guy. Yeah, let's talk about Kolyachonok. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I'm probably butchering it. But very, very
Looks pretty
Russian name,
close.
Vladislav. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
no,
just yeah.
no doubt about where he's from.
I believe he's going to be on the starting night roster because of that injury to John Marino. Um, so with
Another
Marino out,
defenseman.
we should expect him to be playing right away. But he hasn't played as many NHL games, so he's definitely more of a
Wow,
not
young guy,
rookie, but
23.
very inexperienced in terms of the professional game.
Yeah, he came
But I
in
think he'll be solid. Yeah.
pretty recently.
I saw him play last night. I saw him play last night in the preseason game against the Colorado Avalanche. Both teams pretty much had their NHL lineups at this point in the preseason game. and he actually played pretty solid. He played pretty well, so I think he'll be just fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised with the outcome from these preseason games for Utah. I was
Oh yeah,
kind of under the impression we were gonna get slaughtered, but
yeah, yeah. They went. They had 5 wins and 2 losses. 5 wins is a big deal in a preseason game, in a preseason season.
yeah, I think we lost. Well, I will get to it here in a little bit, but yeah, some of those games were that we lost were not a surprise. You know, Vegas being one of those. They were a pretty
Yeah,
heavy favorite to take the cup last season, so
hmm Vegas is a very good team to look out for. Colorado will be very good.
yeah, I was really
Dallas will
surprised
also be a very good team.
we beat Colorado both times. I think.
Yeah, we did. We did beat them each time. Yes,
Yeah, we'll get to it. Hopefully,
yeah, we did. Yeah,
we can get into some clips or something.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Let's
we can
talk about. Let's
go.
try.
Yeah, maybe we can go a little bit faster through the players.
Yeah, let's
Just try to
go
get
through the
some.
rest of the players. Kesselring, he's been on the team. This will be his second full season, so he's ready to go. He's raring and ready to go. This will be his first time really starting the season in the NHL because last year he started in the minors and then came up. But yeah, this will be his first time being a real NHLer now. So let's talk about who's next. Sean Dursey. Sean Dursey just
Yeah,
signed a 4-year deal. He's going to be here for a while. Which is really good, and he's younger too. I think yeah,
yeah,
he's 25, so
they're all mid 20s or younger so far.
yeah,
Maybe
he
some of
won't even
the.
be 30 when that's over. So that's great. That another thing for a lot of fans is that's a hockey player's prime. They're like their mid 20s to early 30s is the prime. So we got a lot of guys in that prime age.
Yeah, I'd imagine it'd be pretty hard past 35 to be real, uh,
Yeah,
keeping up with everybody. But some of
yeah.
them are
Even a
doing it.
lot of guys once guys are like 32, they're kind of considered like they're going on a downturn. But yeah, we got a lot of younger guys, so that's good. We'll
How old's Ovechkin now? He's got to be almost 40, right? If he's not already 40.
Alex Ovechkin he's like 38, something like that. Yeah, he's getting
Yeah,
up there.
he's one of the older people
Still
I
scoring
can
goals like
remember.
crazy though.
Yeah, he's still doing pretty good. Not as fast as he used to be though. Definitely see
Oh
the
no,
speed
yeah,
decrease.
but he still has the shot, which is good. Ian Cole, he's a veteran. I'm talking about older guys. Ian Cole, I believe, is 35. Yeah, 35 years old. So he's a vet. He's been around for a long time. He's been on a couple of winning teams as well. He's won cups with Pittsburgh, I think, and
Yeah, let's take a quick
yeah,
look.
so he knows how to win. He's a veteran.
Stanley Cup 2015, 2016. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and let's Robert Bortuzzo, kind of in that same world as Ian Cole. He's also 30 something. Yeah, 35 as well. Same thing. He's won a cup with St. Louis back in 2019. And he's a good physical guy. He's gonna stick up for the younger guys, the younger stars on our team. If they get,
Yeah.
jostled around, pushed too much,
He's a big
he'll
dude.
come in and he's gonna fight. He's gonna take guys out. So that's good.
6'4", 216. Definitely a big guy.
Don't mess with Robert Ortuzzo.
Yeah. Also, if he played with St. Louis, they're a pretty scrap team.
Hmm
They like to play rough.
Let's see. Let's
All
do
right, yeah, I think that's it for the defensemen. We got a huge
mhm.
list of forwards here.
Yeah. We'll go through the forwards a little bit faster. I don't even know if we're gonna go to their pages. We can just kind of run through them.
Yeah, maybe we can just talk about.
Yamamoto. Yeah. Tyler Yamamoto, he's on a professional tryout with the team, so technically doesn't have a contract, but he did really well in the preseason. He had 3 goals in like 4 games or something. So I feel like he might earn himself a contract here. So hopefully by opening night, we'll see that he's on the team officially. That'll be cool. Um, he's played for about 5 years, good experience. Kevin Stenlund, we got him from the Florida Panthers, who just won the cup this last season. So he's coming
Really?
from that. Yeah. Yeah, he was one of their main centers, and he played a lot of penalty kill. yeah, he'll be a good asset for us, and he knows how to win, so that's really good. Nick Schmaltz, he's really solid. He can score. He can play on the power play. I think we're gonna see him score a lot. He scored last night against Colorado in the preseason game, so he'll be really good. Let's see, Liam O'Brien, otherwise known as Spicy Tuna. I don't know. Some people might have caught on to that. He
Yeah,
introduced himself as Spicy Tuna.
is
Yeah.
this the guy I saw in some of the like commercials and stuff they were putting out for the team?
hmm Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It seems like he's a really cool like people person, and he's really into putting on a show for the fans, which is cool. He's kind of WWE like that. He likes to make
Yeah,
things a big deal, which is fun.
dramatize it a bit. That's cool. That'll be good to
Yep.
keep people
Yeah. So
interested. Yeah.
and he's a fighter as well. He throws the fists, so that's cool. Um,
Better
Jack
be.
McBain. Yeah.
If you're gonna be the drama guy, you better be getting in some scuffles.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, he loves it. And he's got long flowing hair coming out of his helmet. It's great. He looks like a Viking, so it's cool. Let's see. Jack McBain, another solid guy. He's not gonna score goals all the time. He's not gonna get points all the time, but he's just a good solid player. Let's see. Oh, talking about points, Matthias Michelli, right above him. He is an assist guy. He's going to be passing that puck. He had 40 assists last season, so
Dang.
basically like half an assist a game, which is very good.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, so look for him to be passing the puck all the time and setting up goals. And we got Alex Kerfoot. Alex Kerfoot, good veteran. He's played for about 8 or 9 years, I believe. Um, Another good, solid guy. Not necessarily going to score all the time, but he's a good
Skipped.
presence out there. He can play defensively. I did skip Sam Lipkin. That's because he is in the minors. They haven't taken him
Uh,
off the roster, but he got put in the minors, I guess. So
gotcha. It's not officially on the team. Okay.
yeah, maybe we'll see him at some point getting called up. Let's see. Clayton Keller, probably the biggest star on the team. He's the captain. He just got named the captain like a couple days ago. So that's really cool. He's American born, so that's really cool for us Utah guys.
Why does he look so young
See
in
an
that photo?
American wearing a C. He does
Okay,
look very young. He's very baby faced.
he's
Yeah,
26. All right.
he's 20.
He looked a lot younger in that little photo than.
Yeah, he is baby faced, and he kind of sounds like he's like 16 when he talks too. But you know what? He's the leader. He's the captain. He's gonna score goals. He's had like 5 seasons in a row where he scored over 30, which is a lot.
Let's go. Okay, so
If
he's
he guys
our.
scoring 25, he's our goal scorer. Yeah,
Makes sense.
our main goal scorer. Let's see. Barrett Hayton, he's going to play a lot on the same line with Clayton Keller. So look for those two to work together. Hayton had a few assists in the preseason. So he might be a setup guy as well for Keller a lot. Dylan Gunther right above him. He's another goal scorer. He scored 18 goals last year, and he only played like 56 games or something. So this year he's expected to play a full season. So if he plays 80 games, he's gonna score like 40 at that rate. So we should see him and Keller each breaking 30 at least this year, which is really good. Josh Doan, he's younger. He should make the opening night team. Last year he played a handful of games and had like 5 goals in like 10 games or something like that. So hopefully this year we'll see him score like 20 maybe if he plays a full year. He's still really young though. Let's see.
I assume we skipped Curtis on purpose as well.
Yeah, same thing. Curtis Douglas got sent down. Yeah. Let's see. Lawson
Awesome.
Krause, another big guy. He's going to play on the power play. He's going to be really physical and big. He can also score. I think he scored like 20 goals last year. That's one thing that's with this team. This team has a lot of guys that can score, a lot of guys that can score in that like 20 to 30 goal range, which is really good. The more guys you have that can score, the better. That scoring depth. Yeah, so Kraus is gonna be another one of those guys.
Don't forget
Logan
the
Cooley,
you
another
gotta be
young
able to
star.
pass it too if you're gonna score though.
Yeah,
Hope we got a couple more
yep,
assist monkeys here.
yeah, we we do. I think there's plenty of guys that are gonna score and assist. This Logan Cooley, he'll do both. His stats last year were pretty even. Like he pretty much had the same goals and assists numbers. So there you go. There's another assist monkey, as you call it.
I didn't have a
Logan
better
Cooley.
word for it, so it's just the
Yeah,
one that came out.
Logan Cooley will be great. He'll probably score 25, 30 goals. Yeah, he'll be solid. Michael Carconi, he scored 20. I think he scored 20 last year as well. So another 20 goal guy. Um, of course, things can change. Things can go up, go down, but hopefully this is a good sign that we're going to have a lot of guys scoring a lot of goals and a lot of guys making assists and we'll be producing. Um, and then Nick Bukestad, he's a vet, another older guy. I think he's 31, 32. Older in hockey terms, I guess. Not old. But
Yeah, come on, I'm 30, man. We ain't that old. Not yet.
in hockey terms, he's getting up there, but he'll be another good veteran. Not a huge point guy, but just a solid player. He's also going to be injured to start the year, so but yeah, he'll be probably playing in the first month, within the first like month and a half, hopefully. So yeah,
So we
that's
got
the
what?
team.
Two injuries then? Two, three injuries?
Yeah, we got one forward, one defender injured. Yeah,
Both gonna be out for the
yeah, once
first
they're both.
couple weeks to a month.
Yeah, yeah, they'll both be out. Yeah, yeah, about a month.
Dang.
That's not bad. We got a really good, healthy team coming off a great preseason, which is always helpful. Um,
Yeah, let's go take a
the
look at the
team also,
preseason. Sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say in the preseason, the 7 games they played, 4 of those games they outshot their opponents, which is always good. The more shots you get on net, the better chance you're gonna win. That's just simple math. Let's see. But
Yeah.
you could also run into a goalie that stonewalls you. But yeah, for the most part, it doesn't hurt to get shots on the net. So
Yeah, I do remember like watching a lot of the Stanley Cup last year. That the team that was getting more shots generally was the team that won the game.
mhm. Yeah, it's a good
Bad
recipe.
penalties were a big thing for it as well. Any team that was taking more than a
Mhm.
couple bad penalties, period, were getting shot on a lot more and getting scored on.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's definitely. I agree with that. Let's talk about penalties. Actually, yeah, you're talking about penalties. Teams taking penalties. Another thing from the preseason is that the penalty kill for Utah. Let's see. They had a pretty decent penalty kill. It was 76%. If you have a really solid penalty kill, it's like above 80, at least 80%. So a little bit below where we want to see it, but the
What's
last couple of
the
games they started.
Sorry,
Well,
continue. I don't mean to keep cutting you off. What's the? I
no,
was
you're
just gonna
good.
ask what the what is that percentage based on? Like, so, penalty kill, like, is that just like keeping it out of
Right.
your
Yeah.
zone or not getting scored
So
on?
penalty. So your percentage in the penalty kill is simply based on did you kill the penalty or did you get scored on the power play?
Hmm.
Let's see. Okay, so for more
Okay.
basic things, for people maybe not don't know, there's the most typical power play is a 2-minute power play. The guy's in the box for 2 minutes for a penalty, and the team that has the power play has 5 guys on the ice. The other team has 4 or 3, depending on how many penalties there are. But let's just say 4. Over that 2 minutes, if the defending team that only has 4 guys, the short-handed team, if they manage to keep the other team from scoring in that 2 minutes, then they've killed the penalty, and that would be, a successful kill. So in this case, if it was the first power play of the game, they killed that penalty. They're 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. If they didn't kill it, they're 0 for 1. That brings their percentage down. So percentage is simply just did you stop that power play or did they score on you?
Gotcha.
I think that hopefully that makes enough sense for everybody else listening.
Yeah, it seemed easy enough. But yeah, hopefully you can explain some stuff because I know, like I said at the
Yeah.
beginning, I don't pay attention to any stats. I pretty much haven't paid attention to any professional sports most of my life. I'd occasionally watch stuff. Um,
Right.
but yeah, when I moved out here and we started playing hockey again just before I did that, I started wanting to watch hockey more often and just got into watching all the Predator games last year. Just kind of the quick like 10-minute highlight recaps of all their games as the season was going on. But outside of that,
Getting
I
back
haven't.
in.
Yeah, outside of that, I haven't done any of that, keeping up with any of it. Never had the NHL app installed, so I wasn't paying attention to any stats or anything like that. So there was a lot of stats where I'm like, what is this?
No, that's cool. So now you're gonna start learning all the other details as well.
Yeah, so any newbies
Um,
that are watching the
I,
podcast, I'm right there
yeah.
with you. I have no idea what the stats
Yeah.
are. I'm just like, go team.
Don't.
If we look like we're sucking, I'm sad. Otherwise,
Yeah. Yeah. Don't be intimidated. Anybody who's listening who maybe doesn't know all the details, but I'm a hockey nerd. I know all this random stuff anyway. I just pay attention to it. It's fun for me to look at the numbers and look at the names and everything. But yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna carry the podcast on that side of the fence. I'll do the technical stuff and just be the guy that's like, yes, we're winning, we're looking good, or I'll be the guy that complains when people are looking stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, if all else
Definitely.
fails, just look at the team winning and you can cheer. If they're not winning, yeah, something to be sad about. But yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
there's
simple at the
there's
end of the
definitely
day.
something I'll bring up when we get to some of the games that I was kind of disappointed with when I was watching some of the Utah
Oh,
games. We'll talk about it in a
okay.
bit.
Yeah,
It,
let's do one more thing with the stats. We were talking about the
yeah,
penalty kill. Needs to improve a little bit, but it's not bad. Power play. Let's talk about the power play. So when Utah had the man advantage, they were very effective. They basically averaged 1 out of 3 power plays they would score, which is 33%. If you're like hovering in the 25 to 35% range, you're like a top 5 power play. Very good. So as long as they keep doing that, that's going to help with winning games. Taking advantage
nice.
of the power play is very important. If you're taking advantage of the power play and scoring, then obviously you're scoring more goals, and hopefully you're ending up with a W at the end of the day.
That's really good. Sounds like we're starting off
Yeah.
pretty strong here.
Yeah, really solid power play, pretty good PK. I think we have a good team ready to start the season here.
I'm kind of surprised, honestly. I kind of maybe I remembered how well the Coyotes did last season. I kind of want to go check it out now and see kind of where we were at. Uh,
Yeah.
Maybe I can go to standings for last season. Would it be 2023 to 2024?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go take a look. Let's just go to
Yeah.
league. Oh, I forgot the Rangers won Stanley Cup last year. That was so close.
I know.
It was very close. I honestly thought Dallas
I
was
know.
going to take it going into the
Oh yeah.
playoffs.
No, the Rangers won the regular season trophy for the best points.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, am I
Yeah,
misremembering?
and then Florida won the cup. Yeah.
Okay, I'm misremembering then.
No, you're good. I just wanted to correct and clarify for everybody out there. Florida's the reigning champ. Yeah, let's
Okay, yeah. Where
go.
where are we at here? Where is it? Arizona.
I'll just scroll lower. There we go.
27th. Yeah, I thought we were down there. Let's look at the. What are these columns here?
Let's
Games
see. The
played,
first
win, loss,
column.
overtime,
Yeah.
points.
Mhm.
So total games played. Everybody should be at 82, I'd imagine.
Yep.
36
So
win, 41
36 wins.
loss,
Yeah.
5 OT. Yeah, they were kind of down there. See, this is where I was kind of
Hmm.
surprised.
Right.
Was with starting preseason with Utah, if we're getting kind of a majority of these guys from this team, and just how well we
Right.
were doing last season versus this preseason.
Yeah. I do
But
have something to add with that, Tim.
yeah,
So the announcement and all the, let's see, like the buzz, I guess you'd call it, about the team moving from Arizona to Salt Lake, before it actually happened in April, it was already starting to be talked about, like in March. Um, and think about it, like put it into perspective of you have these guys living in Arizona, they're established there. A lot of these guys have like kids, they got kids in school. They have their girlfriends or their wives, they're pretty established, set up, and then all of a sudden they're finding out like, oh, we might have to move, we might have to like uproot things.
Yeah,
Um,
that'd be a lot of stress on me for sure if I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
and and the timing of that, when all the rumors started, they started to go through a losing streak. They did lose like 14 in a row.
Ouch.
And I think part of it was because a lot of the guys were just like their heads weren't in the game because they were thinking about all that stuff, all those things in life. So there is that. They're
Yeah.
actually doing pretty well. They were in the playoff hunt until that streak happened, that losing streak, right around moving to Utah and everything. So that was a factor. So I think that's part of it. I think they were a better team last year than it looks like. They just had that one really bad losing streak. Um, so there's that for what that's worth, Tim, and for everybody else out there.
Yeah, I mean that's a big deal. 14
Yeah,
game losing streak. They could have maybe turned what half of those around. That would put
yeah,
them a lot
yeah.
higher on this
If
list.
if they win half those, they get 2 points per win. That
That
gives them
would put
14
them.
more points. They're at like 90 points. They're just outside the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a big deal.
they're
Yeah.
hovering. They're right there if they don't have all that stress. And so now they're here. They're excited. They've been really happy with how Utah's accepted them and just all the excitement. I mean, the fans every day. You're not here in Utah, Tim, but every day, like I see people just wearing like Utah Hockey Club shirts, hats, sweatshirts. Like I could just be at the store and I'll see at least one person everywhere I go
That's awesome. I
supporting the team already. So yeah,
I mean, I feel like Utah's wanted it for a while, right? I mean, we're pretty as much as people might not talk about it. Hockey's pretty big in Utah.
oh yeah, and I think that's another thing too. A lot of fans were making fun of Utah and being like, "Oh, like what do they know about hockey? Like how are they gonna support an NHL team and all this?" And it's like, I mean, think of the Utah Grizzlies. They're two levels below the NHL, but they get all kinds of great support. Like people love the Grizzlies. People love going to those games. People play. There's all kinds of youth players playing hockey.
Yeah, we have a lot
Tim, you
of
and I,
private
we
stuff.
both played. We both played. That's how Tim and I know each other. We played high school together. Like hockey's big here, and I think people are going to really see that as the season goes on too, and start to notice that Utah is a hockey destination and that
Yeah.
Salt Lake is a hockey city. So
It's gonna make
yeah,
it even
this is
bigger as well.
exciting.
Yeah. Hopefully more people start
Yeah.
playing and bringing more people into it. Cause yeah, even
Hmm.
when we were playing in high school, there were a lot of kids coming from travel teams playing with the high school teams in their off seasons and stuff. Um,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, I hope that it comes to a point where it becomes not a club sport at the high schools, and no longer do people have to make those like combined school teams. I forget what they called them when we played, where
Right.
the 3 or 4 high
Yeah, like
schools
the
in the area didn't
independent
have
teams
enough
and
players.
stuff.
That's what
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, the school didn't
Right.
have enough
Yeah.
players. They had to go and meet with a couple other schools and create a combined team from all the different schools.
Right. No, yeah, that's another really good point. I think having the NHL team over the next like 20 years, it's going to be amazing to see like what happens here.
Yeah, and
Um,
there's a lot of places to play too. Like I was really surprised when I moved out here. I didn't find a whole lot of ice rinks out here. There's only a
which is
handful.
surprising. Yeah, very surprising since they've had an NHL team there since like 2001, I think, something like that.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
way more ice rinks in Utah, maybe because of the Olympics, I don't know, but like
Mm.
we played in what at least 4 or 5 different ones just within mostly the one
In the
valley.
Salt Lake Valley. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
occasionally
yeah,
in,
and
in Utah and in Bountiful stuff.
Yeah, and I've heard some rumblings about Ryan Smith, the Utah Hockey Club owner. He wants to have hockey down in like St. George and Cedar City, and he wants to put a rink in like Lehigh. Maybe like the people that are part of his, his group, they want to start building rinks more and more, and we could have a minor league team like down in St. George, Utah at some point.
St. George, huh?
Yeah,
That's an interesting place to put
that would
it,
be,
but I mean, there is a big community down there. I just don't know.
like there's plenty of people down there, and I think about it, it's not any different than like, Anaheim or LA having teams, that same kind of vibe, that like desert
Yeah,
sunny vibe, St. George is like a little California in that respect.
sort of.
I don't know
Some
how
people,
many St. George
some
people.
people from
I don't know how
California
many,
might disagree with you.
yeah, I was gonna say that. St. George people might not like that either. I don't know, but yeah, um, hockey's gonna grow so much, and it's gonna be crazy to see. Like, in 20 years, Tim, we could see a player getting drafted, like, within the top 10 of picks, like a top 10 draft pick that's from like Salt Lake City.
I hope
Like
so.
that'll be amazing to see.
That would be
Same
awesome.
things happened in, Austin Matthews on the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's one of the best players in the world right now, one of the best goal scorers, and he was from Arizona. The reason he got into hockey was because they had a team there. So, um,
Makes sense.
yeah, hopefully we see that same trend and we see that same thing happening. We got guys from Florida getting drafted in the NHL now. There's all kinds of guys from California getting drafted in the NHL more these days. So yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully
it's
we'll start to
becoming
see Utah
a bigger
on the mix
sport.
more. Yeah.
Yeah. Move over, football. Hockey's gonna take you over soon.
Hopefully,
Um,
let's get out of here, football.
yeah, it's so much less fun to watch, in my opinion. But we can talk about that at another time. Any
Yeah,
football
we'll
fans
have
might
a
hate me,
podcast.
but
We'll have the football haters podcast.
the football haters podcast. Yeah, we'll change our name to that. Then people really
Yeah,
won't figure out what the heck we're talking about. Um,
yeah,
yeah, let's get into
um,
the some of
yeah,
the preseason games.
yeah,
Talk about kind of who we played, how those games went. Maybe we can get into some highlights from some of them.
yeah. No, I agree.
Um,
Sorry, I'm just looking at something here.
yeah, no, you're good. So yeah, the we can talk. I'll start talking about it as you figure that out. Back in September, we started. First game was September 22nd against St. Louis, which I think you pointed this out to me, but apparently we scored our first goal on ourselves. Is that correct?
Yeah,
First ever.
yeah, yeah. A lot of people making jokes. All the Utah Hockey Club haters are making jokes about, oh, they scored their first goal. But then we ended up scoring five after that, and we won the game. So
Good. St. Louis does not deserve to win that game.
take that, Utah haters.
Yeah, people might find out slowly, but I'm a St. Louis hater. So every team I root for, which is mostly just gonna be Utah and Nashville, St. Louis is going to lose every one of those games. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, and St. Louis is also in the same division as us, so it's good to hate them. You want to hate your division rivals. That's good.
Yeah, what are the so divisions and then conferences?
Yeah,
Conferences are larger than divisions, correct?
right. Yeah, there's a Eastern Conference, Western Conference. Um, Within the Western Conference, there's a Pacific
Take a look at
Division.
that.
That's where you get your California teams, your Vegas,
Yeah, there we
um,
go. So yeah, we're a Western
your Western
Conference.
Canada teams. Yeah, here's the divisions. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's
our
basically like
division,
East-West, right?
Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got East West, and then we got a Central Division, a Pacific Division.
Oh, I see that. Okay. Right
Yeah.
here, yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
all all
Yes.
all my teams are over here. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so Utah, we're going to be playing a lot against Colorado, Dallas, Chicago, Minnesota, Tim's Nashville, the St.
Yep.
Louis Blues that we decided we hate, and the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah. Yeah. I found myself rooting for Colorado and Dallas a lot last season.
Yeah. No, they're both very good, exciting teams.
Especially since Nashville
Sorry to
got
cut you
knocked
off.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was done. But Yeah, once
Yeah,
Nashville was kind of out of the playoffs, I was kind of hoping those two were kind of moving forward. They were looking really good.
yeah.
And of course, the Oilers over here. For anybody
Mhm. Yeah,
wondering,
the Oilers.
Cooper's obviously a Ducks fan with the giant flag behind him.
Yeah, my big flag. Like I said, I need to get a big Utah flag to match it. But yep, Ducks fan first, but I'm excited about Utah.
Yeah, we kind of had no
Yeah, we got the
choice,
other
right?
California teams.
Growing up with no team
Right.
until now, we had to pick somebody.
Yeah. Which I think that's another thing, Tim. I think that's like really fun. I think it's exciting that what 99% of Utah Hockey Club fans already have their own favorite team. But
Yeah,
at the
so we
same
can.
time, I haven't not seen everybody like also, buying the Utah gear and wearing it and like talking about the Utah team. So I think it's really cool. Everybody's gonna have two favorite teams to watch and it'll be exciting. And then, there's those few people that their first team will be Utah, which is also really cool to think of.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm
that was just
excited
a side note. Yeah.
to see what some of our friends say about when they lose to Utah or what happens. So I know
Yeah.
my brother's a big Avalanche fan.
Yeah.
A couple of our friends are Pittsburgh fans. We got a
Hmm.
San Jose Sharks fan, R.I.P. Kyle,
Hmm.
the
Yeah,
Sharks.
we got a Tampa Bay Lightning fan. We got a Kings fan. Yeah, we got people in our group that are fans of many other teams. So it'll be fun to,
Yeah, talk some shit.
kind of fun to trash talk each other, and but also, all of us Utah guys at the end of the day, I think we're all excited to see Utah do well. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to fly out there and come to some games or something. Anytime I'm out
Oh,
there,
I
we can
agree. Yeah.
maybe meet up and
Yeah.
go to some games.
My wife as well, she was actually saying you should do that. She was saying that we should take a trip over to Nashville and go see Utah play Nashville over there. So we'll have to
Yeah,
plan some stuff.
I would love to. I
Yeah.
haven't gone to the arena yet to see them. It would be a lot of fun, but no promises that the seats I choose will be good because I don't know anything about where good seats are or are not. So we might have to go to more than
Well,
one.
we just want to be in the building. We just got to get in the building. If we're in the building, we're good.
Yeah, we could just like go down to the lower levels and just watch from the stairs. Our seats are bad, so
Stand
I'm just
right
gonna.
there with the usher, like looking at us, like you can't go down there.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Just stand there the whole game. All right, yeah, let's go back to the
Schedule.
schedule. Oh, I guess I could have clicked it right there. Game schedule. Back to September. So yeah, we played St. Louis first. We may have scored on ourselves, but we ended up winning. Is there any other highlights you can remember from that game that were worthy?
Uh, from that particular game, let's keep your screen where you are. I'm gonna
Yeah, I plan on keeping it here for a minute. Um,
Nothing super notable other than just the team put together a solid win. A few different guys scored goals, and yeah, I mean, it was just a good solid game, a good solid first game. It was cool to see the first game played in the uniform, and they did well. So
yeah, I like the colors. I think they look good. I hope that we don't change too much when we officially get a real name. But
yeah, no, yeah, I agree. The color scheme is very good. Hopefully, they just like take away the diagonal Utah and just slap the new logo on there, and the rest of the jersey is the same because I like it
yeah, what
a
does the
lot.
jersey look like? Let's go take a look at the shop.
Well, there won't be a jersey in the shop yet.
Oh, you're right. I
That's
totally
another
noticed this when I was
controversy.
looking for the flag. I was like, oh,
Yeah. Let's see. You can just do images, Google
yeah.
Images. You can do Utah Hockey Club jersey for those who haven't seen it yet.
If I can spell jersey. Yeah,
Let's
like that.
see. That's a good picture right there. There you go. Yeah, like
Yeah, I
that
just
home
put the
jersey. It's
actual
really
logo
clean.
there.
Yeah. Hopefully they just keep the same template and they just slap that new logo on there. I think it's solid. And honestly, I mean, a lot of people might groan, but the Utah thing is growing on me.
The
Just the
Utah
Utah
Hockey
word
Club
mark.
name. Oh, the
I'm
gotcha.
really liking it. It's growing on me. But
So I have a question here.
yeah.
Are we actually going to be Yetis officially? Because wasn't this the name that was chosen? when they put out like the poll for everybody to choose.
Yeah, I won't say it will be, but I feel like it most likely is going to be the Yeti or the Yetis. Yeah. Um, if they do Yeti, they have a built-in sponsorship with
The
the
Yeti
cooler
cups.
company. So yeah, if they no free ads, Yeti.
Well, there are a lot of people in Utah walking around with those, so yeah,
But
maybe
yeah, I
maybe they
think it's
did
going to
put
be
two
the
and two
Yeti.
together. Their marketing team was that smart beforehand.
Yeah, it's built in. It's built in. I don't know why they wouldn't do it. It's good for
Yeah,
both sides.
that would be cool. I do like the jerseys. I like the color scheme. I wasn't that
Mhm.
excited about the Yeti as the official name or mascot, but well, maybe if it's a mascot, I wouldn't mind it. But I forget what the
Yeah, you got
other
to think about that too.
choices were.
Yeah, you got to factor that in too. You know, how marketable is the mascot itself? You know, it's got to be something that the kids will look at and think it's fun to look at and
Yeah,
not scared of. And yeah,
everybody knows the Grizzlies bear guy. I can't remember his actual name, the
yeah,
mascot name.
Grisby. Yeah, Grisby. Yeah,
Yeah, he's funny.
yeah, he's
Whoever.
fun. The kids love to see him. You know, so hopefully we get a cool like Yeti looking character who's tough looking but not too scary.
Yeah, we don't want what's the what's the one that was it the Flyers mascot guy? Everyone was like, "What
Oh,
the?"
Gritty. Yeah,
Yeah, gritty.
one looks like a deranged Muppet.
Yeah.
I love Gritty though. He's great. Yeah.
Hopefully we get some version of like an in between of Cookie Monster and that, but Yeti version or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, St. Louis, nothing super notable as far as individual things, but yeah, let's go over to the next one, the Kings.
Yeah, we won that one. I think this was one of the ones I watched. It was pretty standard game. I mean, we went to OT. It went back and
Hmm.
forth pretty much the whole game. A lot of good opportunities on both sides.
Yeah,
Not
I believe Utah scored the first two, and then LA scored two later in the game, and then it was tight the whole time.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Yeah, who kind of led off in
And then
the third period or something, but then kind of snuck it back.
we got we got the overtime winner from Clayton Keller, who ended up being the captain now. So our captain was leading the way, which is cool.
Yeah, I remember watching that shot just kind of quick into OT, almost like less than a couple minutes in. Just a quick
Mhm.
psych out through the 5 hole, I think is where it went, just under the
Yeah.
goalie's left pad.
I actually got a cell phone video of it, like as it happened. So maybe I'll have to post that on our social, let people
Nice.
see that from from a more personal perspective as
Yeah, that'd be
opposed to the
awesome. Go
broadcast.
post that on
Yeah.
Instagram. I'd say I'd pull it up right now, but I bet it's just on your phone. So
No,
we
yeah.
can show it later, but go check out the Instagram for
I'll
that
post
later.
it, yeah.
I'll have him post it here at the end of the episode. But yeah, that was a good game. I was really surprised to go full on and to just quickly get that OT winner.
Hmm.
Um,
No, it's very quick.
yeah, and then
Not messing around.
unfortunately later that week we went to Vegas and lost, which honestly I was kind of expecting. Vegas, I don't think they've really changed up their roster much. I saw a lot of the same names. Uh,
Yeah. Um,
they
yeah,
were
they
a
had a
really
lot of
solid
their
team.
main, yeah, and in that game against Utah, they had a lot of their like main NHL guys playing too. So I wouldn't be too worried. And if anything, too, even in the regular season, to be honest, I would still probably expect Vegas to be better than Utah on paper. So
Yeah, they've been kind of top of the charts for since they kind of became a team, right? So,
yeah,
uh,
for half a decade, they've been a playoff team every year. So
yeah. So yeah, it's kind of expected. But I mean, I think they still showed pretty well. I mean, the scoreboard doesn't kind of show that, but to
yeah,
play against
no,
one of the top teams and to hang with them for most of the game.
right. Yeah, and I think like three of the goals Vegas scored happened in like 2.5 minutes. So if you look at it like that too, you can go, okay, well, if you take out that 2.5 minutes,
That rough
it
start
wasn't
or
so
something.
ugly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did seem kind of quick that they showed those ones. But yeah, honestly, yeah, still surprised of the first half of the games of preseason. We won most of them, which is pretty good. Talking about Colorado next, being one of those. These guys also one of the top teams, I think, well, definitely one of the top teams in the conference. But I'd say one of the top 10 for sure in the league in general.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
they've been
They're
going to
top five in the league,
playoffs.
I would even say. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Even top 5, yeah. They've been going to playoffs pretty much every year. They're really solid. Was really surprised that we beat them 6-3. I don't think I was able to watch that one, like the full game recap for that one, but
Yeah.
I would love to. I bet it was a really good game. I'd love to see kind of what happened. Do you know if Colorado was fielding their top people, or they got some people out right now?
Um, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. They actually, it was about half and half. They had about half of their like NHL type guys. None of their big stars though. Their big guns weren't playing, so there is that. Um,
Yeah, I guess I can pull it up here. We see the line
yeah,
scores.
it was
Yeah.
about half of their NHL lineup, but not including any of their big stars like Nathan McKinnon or Kale McCarr or anything. But Utah basically had half of their NHL guys too. They still had a lot of their like prospect guys too. So
Come on,
I think,
Utah. Too many
yeah,
men on the ice. What
no,
is this?
it's one of the dumbest penalties. Too many, man.
Yeah.
We could talk more about that when we get into talking about real games here.
Well, you can
Not real
see
games, but
we
regular season games.
we can kind of see why they won. We 10 more shots on
Hmm.
goal. We almost doubled. Well, I guess not quite because it's basically 40%, but we almost doubled their face-off percentage. That's pretty big, winning
Right.
those
No,
face-offs.
yeah.
Here's that power play percentage you were talking about.
Hmm. Yeah, that game was really good. They only had two, but they converted one of them. And look at the PK. That's really important because
Uh,
Colorado only managed to score twice on 7 power plays.
where do you see that?
Just in the power play for
Oh, just
Colorado,
right there.
they were
Okay.
2 for 7. So, that means that Utah was 5 for 7 on the kill, which is really impressive as well.
Yeah, and we had a lot of penalty minutes. 30 penalty minutes. That's a lot.
With all those penalties, the game could have easily been flip-flopped. It could have been 6-3 Colorado. So
Oh
I
yeah.
think that's impressive that Utah was able to win like they did.
Yeah, shows a lot that the defensive team was doing really well, which is kind of funny. I'll bring this up now. The one thing I saw in a couple of those games was the defense getting beat by the winger, and the wingers cutting in and just taking our goalie out as a
Hmm.
defenseman mainly. That's unacceptable.
Oh yeah, I
Letting
agree.
him hit your goalie straight into his own net, and I saw it happen 2 or 3 times. I was like, okay, come on, guys. And then there was like no retaliation about it either. They weren't even roughing him up afterwards, even though a lot of those were the defenseman's fault of like trying to still shoulder him out, but just being too far behind to really get any leverage, and then just
Right.
at that point
Yeah.
just being the guy that shoves him into your own goalie. But like, come on, we can't be getting beat in the first place. And if you do, we
No,
gotta do
yeah.
something better than shoving them into our own goalie.
Yeah. No, yeah. I think, yeah, we'll just chalk up stuff like that to, it's preseason. They're still getting their legs under them.
Yeah,
But
I
no,
hope so.
I fully agree. You want to see when guys on the other team are going after your goalie, getting too close to your goalie. Hopefully in the regular season, we'll see more of guys going after guys. We want to see our Utah guys taking guys out, fighting
Yeah,
them, and
we can't allow that
you know,
Mighty Ducks elbow to the goalie's head BS.
no,
This is the NHL. Come
no,
on, guys.
no. Yeah. Um, let's talk. Well, notable thing in this game, Dylan
Yeah.
Gunther, that guy who I was talking about, who he also scored a sorry, he also signed a big contract recently. He signed an 8-year deal, so he's here for a long time. He's really young. He's like 21, so he'll still be just under 30 when he gets at the end of that. But he scored twice in this game against Colorado. Um, Clayton
Which
Keller
guy?
once again scored against Colorado.
Which was that first guy?
Dylan
Let's
Gunther. Gunther.
Gunther right here.
Yeah, he just signed an
Young
8-year deal,
kid.
so we're gonna have him
Wow.
for a while. Yep, he's 21.
21.
He'll be 29. He'll be the ripe age of 29 when he ends his deal. So
Wow.
we got him locked up for a long time, which is really good.
Young guys. Yeah. It never
Yeah.
it always surprises me just like how young people are going into professional sports. Because when I was growing up, I'd always think, oh yeah, they're men, like they're adults.
Yeah.
But like I'm always been a one of the smaller kids, right? So even though I'm like
Right.
5'9" ish, I'm not like the shortest person ever, but like being in a room with professional players, I'm always like I'm still a child. These are real.
Right.
These are real men.
They're not they're grown ass men, but
Yeah,
yeah, some of the
6'4",
guys,
200
you
pounds.
know,
Yeah, I would be flattened like a pancake if that guy hit me.
yeah, it's amazing. There's guys in the league that are like 18, 19 that are already playing in the league regularly, and you're just like, how are you doing that?
Yeah, they're just big
Yeah.
kids, I guess.
Yep.
Can't relate.
Let's see. So next game, San Jose.
Yeah, next game we went into October. San Jose, yeah.
I think we can go over these last three games in the preseason, and then we can kind of preview the upcoming week and a half.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's finish these games, and then we'll talk about kind of a preview, talk about the home opener a little bit more and stuff.
Yeah, Sharks looks like it was
Yeah, so
pretty
San
neck
Jose.
and neck for the first couple periods.
Mhm.
We kind of took it away in the third.
Yeah. Yeah, we outshot them again, so it's a good 25-20. Once again, going back to the recipe, if you shoot more, there's a good chance you're going to win.
Yeah, we even lost most of the faceoffs too, so that's pretty good to come back from that. Killed
Yeah.
all the penalties. Look at that.
Yeah, there you go. There's a 100% power penalty kill right there.
Is that? I assume that's on
Let's
their
see.
side,
Yeah,
or is
100%
this?
penalty
Oh
kill
yeah,
for
because
us,
it's
which is
like,
great. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I'm getting confused because this is on this side. So this means
I'm,
our penalty kill was we got scored on one. Got it.
yeah, yeah. Let's see.
Learning.
No, yeah. And I just take the number and I flip it. I do the math thing and just revert it so it fits our stats.
Yeah. Ouch, dude. 20 blocked shots. That's gotta hurt. I don't
Oh,
even
I
want to get
know.
in front
Yeah,
of one of
blocking
them.
shots.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, blocking shots is rough, but it's exciting too. It's fun when you're I play defense a lot as well, and it was always fun to slide out in front of a slap shot and have it go off your shin or something. That was always fun.
Yeah, hopefully your
It always
shin.
it,
Hope,
it hurt. Yeah, hopefully your shin, hopefully your leg, like somewhere else on your leg. Hopefully not
not your
your
ankle that's
nether region.
exposed.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or
your
your
ankle. Yeah.
face. Yeah, I've never understood the people who dive with a shield, or play with a shield. I know it's not a thing in the NHL to play with a cage, but I could not play with nothing. I feel like you
Yeah.
have to have a cage.
No, yeah,
Right.
that's the other thing with the NHL guys. Those guys are wild. They're all out there like taking pucks to the face and losing teeth, and they're all tough sons of bitches. That's for sure.
Yeah. Taking a puck to the face seems like the last thing I want to do. After taking a couple of them to the ankle and the foot, oh man, taking it to the face, I would
Oh yeah,
probably not play the rest of the game.
yeah, I can imagine. Kyler Yamamoto, he scored twice in this game. So yeah, like I said, hopefully he'll get a contract with his performance in the preseason. He scored a few goals, so
Yeah,
yeah,
and
he
a
had a great game in San Jose.
95% save percentage from Ingram. Huge.
hmm Yeah, Ingram's a wall, so we're gonna have to come up with some fun gimmicky nickname for him. Something about him being a wall. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
have
have
to
to
find
work
some
on
pun with his last name, I guess.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. And then we played the Ducks, which we
Yeah,
lost.
played the
I was kind of
Ducks.
surprised.
I didn't hate it as a Ducks fan, but I, I was having mixed emotions watching the Ducks score. I was cheering, but then I was also kind of like, oh, damn it, Utah just got scored on. But
Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna
yeah,
feel
that
when
was
they start playing the Predators and other people too. I'll be probably similar to being like, yes, oh, yeah, oh.
yeah, mixed emotions. But yeah, yeah, it wasn't the best night for Utah. They did have more shots though, so Anaheim was just more efficient on their shooting, I guess. But Utah did have more shots, which is a bright side of it.
Yeah, I'd be
Um,
curious to see like puck possession time from one team to the
right,
other.
actual time, huh? Like time on the puck. That'd be
Because you can
interesting.
see,
Yeah.
like, it almost looks like Anaheim, yeah, just kind of like bullied them out a little bit here with like just block
Mhm.
shots and hitting, and
A
they had
lot more
less
hits.
penalties. They had more
Yeah.
face-off wins. We got 8 steals though. That's pretty good.
Yeah. We forced a lot more takeaways. So, I mean, there's that. There's some bright spots. Yeah, always got to take out the bright spots from the losses. Taking away pucks and shooting more. That's what happened there. Yeah, once again, resident Ducks fan, and it was great to see the Ducks get a W. But yeah, I
Yeah, was
don't know what to say.
is Anaheim are they working with their like main starting lines and stuff already in preseason, or are they shuffling
In
some
that
people around?
game against Utah, I think both teams had a lot of their NHL guys. So yeah, it was pretty evenly matched matchup.
All right, that means we gotta
Yeah.
bring it back next time, Utah.
Yeah. And Anaheim's kind of in the same spot as Utah. They have a lot of young guys. They're also in a rebuilding phase, trying to become a playoff team again. So it'll be fun to see both these teams. For me, at least, as a fan of both teams, it'll be really fun to see both teams getting better, hopefully, in the next couple of years and becoming playoff contenders.
This must have been a pretty scrappy game. Hooking, holding, roughing, misconduct, slashing.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, lots of penalties.
Dang. I did see I can't remember which game it was. It might have been this one. There was a hooking penalty on Utah, and I was like, okay, this was like just really bad. He just got super beat in the neutral zone, and was trying to catch up to him. It was just like and just constantly just got stuck and just hooked him real bad. And I was like, ah,
Yeah, one of those penalties that could have been avoided.
yeah,
What's some extra effort, right?
yeah. Put some extra effort to get the
Yeah.
penalty. Yeah.
Extra effort to catch the guy before you have to get a penalty. Let's see.
All
Yeah, the
right.
last preseason game against Colorado, which was just yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
Seemingly.
if you're, I guess if you're listening to the show, it was 2 days ago. Um,
Hopefully, assuming I get
yeah,
this edited tonight.
yeah. Let's see. Yeah, a really solid game. It was very tight. Both teams pretty much had their NHL lineups. There were a few guys on Colorado that were not quite NHL guys, but they had a lot of their defense was pretty much all NHL.
Yeah.
Their goalie was
Tays.
their NHL goalie. Utah had all their NHL guys. The guys that played it. Let's look at the Utah lineup. You should be able to see the lineup. Do a box score. Yeah, click on the box score and click on Utah Hockey Club. Yeah, so those are pretty much that's like the roster we should expect to see for opening night on October 8th. Just for context.
Is this in like top to bottom order
Yeah.
here? So these guys, top three are O line.
No, not necessarily. I think it's like in numerical order or something. Yeah, I think it's in numbers. Yeah, it's based on their jersey numbers. But yeah, other than Clayton Keller, he wasn't playing yes in that game, but he was just being rested because still preseason. You don't want to like burn guys out. But so maybe take out Josh Doan or maybe take out O'Brien maybe or Yamamoto, and then you got Keller, and that's the lineup for the first game. So those are the names, the familiar names there.
Wow, we got 6 centers. That's insane. Right,
Hmm.
right. 3 rights, 3 lefts. I guess that's pretty normal.
Yeah,
Yeah, all the goalies, and then the two main goalies, and then all the
yeah,
defense we listed before.
yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty back and
that
forth. Look at
was,
this. Not as many stats, or at least they haven't uploaded them yet. Shots on goal, we lost. Wow, but we did.
yeah, they dominated the shots, but that's another really cool thing with Ingram. Ingram had another great performance. I don't know what percentage that gives him, but
Yeah, let's see if we see a summary down here.
had like a 970 or something like that.
Almost a 97% save percentage. Yeah, huge.
Yeah, yeah, he was 2 games in a row. He's been a wall that he's played in. So
Yeah, he was doing really well. I was impressed. Uh, definitely wasn't getting demolished like some of the newer goalies or less experienced goalies. He definitely knows what he's doing.
Right.
He's handled this shit pretty well.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely
Oh, and
impressed
we
with
got
him.
another goal contribution from Gunther. So there you go. There's another goal from him. After
And
signing his big deal, he's going to be expected to be scoring, and he's doing it already. So,
an assist. Yeah,
mhm.
this one must have been real close. Both scored in the
Yeah,
first period, and then nothing happened probably until I'd imagine mid third period.
yeah. Let's see, when was it? That goal 2:14 into the third.
Oh, pretty
So
quick
pretty early
then.
in the third, and then it was still very tight the whole. Yeah, it was a really good game. I was able to catch that one yesterday, and it was fun. Yeah, it was a fun one to watch. Pretty much an NHL game. All the players were NHLers basically. So
Nice. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, which is this is kind of how I've been watching them. A lot of these are they have recaps in here, so you
mhm.
can see like highlights and stuff. I think we saw in a few of these over here. If we go to like
Yeah,
recaps
and
for
for
Anaheim, it'll like actually
yeah,
show you kind of the highlights
Today.
for the game. Of course, you get ads first, but you can see
yeah.
recaps, and they do
Oh,
like
and for
actual condensed games, which are like 10 minutes, and you get to actually see like the whole game condensed to just the main action, which is what I do a lot.
mhm.
That's how I
Yeah,
did it. I
even
just
if you
watched
can't
them
catch
all.
the whole game,
Yeah, I
yeah,
just watched them all through the NHL app on my phone.
yeah. And for those Tim who aren't on video, maybe just listening on Spotify or something, yeah, if you go to NHL.com or get the NHL app, you'll be able to go to any game in the schedule, and you can click on that game, and then you can find the game recap that Tim is talking about, and you'll be able to see the video and the highlights from that game, the saves, the shots, the goals.
Yeah, if we go back to
Um,
Utah, I think if I went
yeah,
to schedule, let me look at this. We can go back to I think I saw
well,
them with
Tim's looking at the
Colorado.
yeah, yeah. There's 82 games in the NHL season. For those who don't know, that is a lot of games. But I mean, some I know there's people out there who are basketball fans. You know, that's the same amount of games as basketball. So as far as that goes, and those seasons kind of run together.
Where are
There's a
we?
lot of games, and maybe if you can't catch every single game, you at least know you can look at those game recaps. Um,
Yeah, there we are. They
yeah.
show some stuff on the LA versus Utah game. But yeah, here's what I'm talking about
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
there you go.
This condensed game. You can watch the whole game basically in 10
Condensed game.
minutes. It just shows you mostly
Mm.
like the big penalties, the big scoring opportunities, and then obviously all the goals that happen. It's
All
a
the
nice way
important
to,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, all the stuff you care about. Yeah, it's a nice way to watch all the games. In case you don't like have Advantage on network or pay for that or you pay for
Yeah.
ESPN or something.
Or
Um,
even just finding the time to watch because games are a couple hours long. There's a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I found it the best way to keep up with multiple teams last year. There's another group which I think might be like one of the official broadcasters or rebroadcasters for the NHL called Sportsnet. They have a YouTube channel, and they actually were
Yeah.
posting all of the game highlights for every game last season.
Mhm.
And it was basically the same condensed game video, 10 minutes long, but they were doing every game. So that's how I kept up with pretty much the whole last season last year was just watching a lot of that stuff on Sportsnet on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You can go to NHL.com, Sportsnet. If you specifically just want to look at Utah, you can go to UtahHockeyClub.com. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
accessible.
let's go
Very.
check that out.
There's a lot of different spots where you can find these videos.
Yeah, nice. Oh, it just takes you, it just redirects you right to NHL.com/Utah. Cool.
Oh, NHL.com/Utah, I guess. Yeah.
Look at that. But yeah, that's a good way
So, yeah.
to do it. Yeah. Highlights.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think that kind of covers the whole preseason so far. We've got another
Yeah.
game next week versus Chicago on Tuesday.
hmm Yeah, the big home opener, the first official regular season game that will be played at the Delta Center in Salt Lake. Like I said, I'm lucky enough. I have a ticket to that game. I know a couple other friends that have tickets to that game. I'll try to bring you guys content for that on the socials, on the Instagram account. Let's see. That game would be really cool. Talking about younger players, Tim. We were talking about the young guys that are playing in the league already with men. there's a kid, Connor Bedard. He's only 19 years old,
Yep.
and he's already like the star player for Chicago. So
I was trying to remember his name, but
there you go.
yeah, I remember watching
Yeah.
last season. I kind of felt bad for him. Really, really good player. His team just wasn't
Mhm.
sticking with him a lot of that time. He was
Yeah.
carrying them a lot in a lot of those games last season. So I hope they start doing a little
Yeah.
better. I hope they build the team around him a little more.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully,
Uh,
start doing a little bit better. Not too well though. We want to beat them. So
that's true. That's true.
yeah,
I hope they
you
do
get better
better
after we play them.
than bottom of the league like they did last season.
Right. No, yeah, and Chicago's one of those teams that's been so good for so long. You want to see like the teams that have been good. You want to see them get good again, you know. Detroit Red Wings, they're bad right now, but they were known for being so good.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised coming back into watching it from not paying attention to it for a long time, like what teams were on top and what teams were no longer doing as well as they used to
Yeah.
back when we were growing up in
Right.
the early 2000s, 2010s eras.
Yeah. Yeah, and even like the teams that are better now, you know, the Toronto Maple Leafs are a really good team now. And when that era you're talking about, Tim, like the 2010s, the 2000s, they were a horrible team.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're seeing a little bit of flip-flops. The Sharks have always been good, but now they're bad. The Ducks used to be really good. They're more struggling. That's a cycle we see. We see it in all sports, I guess, but more in hockey. You know, any team can have their periods of being like top teams, and then any team can have their time of just dropping. So it's always interesting. It's always new and different and changing, which is exciting too, just for those out there who might be new to the game of hockey.
Yeah, it's always exciting. There's always a lot going on. There's always drama as well.
And any team can win any night. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's
another
true.
thing that's great about hockey. You never know who's gonna win because games can just go in any direction. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, you
even
don't have the
even
same like five teams always winning. Like, yeah,
yeah, even though Chicago wasn't doing super well last season, there were definitely some times they took on a couple of those larger, better teams in the league and won.
yeah,
Just played better.
yeah. You at least want your team to be good enough to be watched, right? You want a watchable team.
Yeah,
So
they have
hopefully
to be
we'll
able
get
to
that with
contend.
Utah.
Yeah.
Hopefully Utah will be competitive every night and they'll give the other team a run for their money.
Yeah, they're looking good so
Let's
far.
see.
I'm excited.
Let's just briefly go over the first road trip too. We'll just kind of run through it quick,
Yeah,
just because.
next episode we'll talk about the Blackhawks game, the Islanders game, and the
Yeah,
Rangers game. Yeah, looks like we're heading to New
yeah. So
York.
we're gonna have our first road trip to the New York area. Islanders, Rangers, Devils, all three of those teams were playoff teams last year and have been playoff teams over the last few years. So those will all be that'll be a test for Utah to go over there and play those teams.
Yeah, to travel and then play. Yeah.
Yeah, earlier in the show we mentioned, you know, the Rangers were one of the best teams in the regular season last year, the best team in the regular season. So they'll be tough. And then we got the good old Anaheim Ducks again. But hopefully it'll be a good game for Utah and they'll maybe get the W. I'll let them have it, maybe.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, and then we'll come back home and play Boston. That'll be the last game played before our next episode. So another historically good team who's still good, Boston. They've been really good for what, 15, 20 years, Tim?
Boston, yeah, and they've been looking really good recently.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people hate on them, and I kind of am with you guys in that camp of not being a fan of what's his name. But they're good despite being
Marchand.
yeah, despite him being
Yeah.
a bit of a shithead. They're a good team. They play well.
And yeah, and he's also an amazing player. So you got to give him that as well. They also got David Pasternak. He's scored 60 goals in this league one year, so uh,
Yeah,
not too shabby.
that'll be a big test for them to see how aggressive we can be against the Boston team. Yeah.
Especially coming back home, we're gonna have to. That'll probably be the first real big test that Utah's gonna have at home. That Boston game. So
Yeah, that is a home game. Yeah, that'll be a big deal. Hopefully they don't crack under the pressure.
hopefully. I I think it'll be good. It'll be exciting. But yeah, I don't know if there's much else we want to talk about on this first episode here. I think what are
Yeah,
we
I think
running at time wise, Tim?
we're at an hour and 20 minutes just over. So yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's pretty good for this episode, guys.
I can
We'll
say
like you mentioned, I
yeah,
think we were back on the 20th, so that's when we're recording the next one. So we can probably
yeah.
expect the
Another
next
episode on the
episode to be
21st.
yeah on the 21st.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody who has listened. If you have, please spread the word, let people know, and maybe even if you're not going to listen to the show, it'd be great if you could at least, follow it, subscribe to it on whatever platform. Um,
Yeah, let them know where we're at.
yeah.
Let's fade back to the
Follow
other.
the social, the Instagram again. The handle is the club underscore Utah Hockey Pod on Instagram. Go on there. We're going to be posting about our episodes, posting about other little, bits of information related to the team. Yeah, thank you to everybody who's listened. Thank you to everybody who's supporting us already. I've seen a lot of followers on Instagram. Um,
Oh.
yeah, Tim's going to be our soldier here. He's going to be our technical soldier. He's going
Thank
to get the episodes ready to go and get them on those platforms like Spotify, YouTube.
All right, guys. Thanks. That was the first episode of the club podcast, hockey podcast about Utah Hockey Club and all the things going on with them in the NHL. My name is Tim.
And I'm Cooper. Let's go, Utah.
We'll see you guys in 2 weeks in the next episode. See ya.
Yeah.